All right.
Hey,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Dude, it's good to
right.
have you back, man.
Wow, man. Good to see you.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Have you fucked anything up lately?
Not really.
At least not online, right?
Nothing that there's evidence of that will be posted.
All right. God damn, dude.
You know what? Oh, that's a beautiful pour right there. Yours is a little more exciting, but I think that's a beautiful pour right there.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I try to fuck shit up regularly. It makes life more interesting.
Yes. That's okay, dude. Symbol.
Symbol.
Mensch. Mensch is like.
Well, Mensch is
Mensch.
that's like a Hebrew thing or what do you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also Hebrew. So here we are.
You're back from your world travels.
Back from my world travels. Our first episode since I came back from Germany.
That's right. The world correspondent. He's back.
Yes, I'm a mini Anderson Cooper.
As every bit as good. Got a little bit more color to his hair.
He's more handsome.
Probably, yeah.
And he's a Vanderbilt.
Well, he is a Vanderbilt, but he's gay, so what do the girls care? What are you saying?
Speaking of gay, will you be my Valentine?
As long as it's platonic. Okay. I love you too.
It's a kiss.
I know, it's very nice. It's very sweet.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
If our friend Neil were here, I'd kiss him too.
I knew you would. And he'd react the same way.
Right? Think about it, man.
Absolutely. It's so sad.
Love is love.
Love is love. And we should honestly, this is our first Valentine without Neil.
It is,
toast.
man.
We should do a toast. You do a toast to Neil.
Yes, so to all the cool, that was a good idea. To all the cool meals we had with him, hanging out, having fun, doing cool things.
Awesome dude.
Killer dude.
Amazing dude.
He's with us no matter what's going on.
In spirit, for sure.
Right, he's here.
Yep.
And so I say symbol to our friend
Neil.
Unser Freund Neil.
Unser Freund Neil.
Unser Freund Neil. Mm. So,
all right.
Here's a wonderful dinner.
You did a great job.
Man,
beautifully
you
prepared.
helped.
I did a little bit. Look at this. This is beautiful.
Look at that, man.
It is gorgeous.
Go more angle so people can see it. Go more angle.
I'm gonna just right there.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Beautiful,
hell yeah.
Beautiful steak.
A nice filet mignon.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be better. Everything's perfectly cooked.
It's perfect, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So.
Oh. That's so good. It's perfect.
Dude. This meal. Sweet potatoes, carrots.
It's delicious and healthy.
Steak. Healthy. Broccoli.
Delicious and healthy.
And tomatoes. It costs like $25 total. Wow. $12.50 a piece. That's cheap as shit.
If you went to a restaurant and got a meal like this, it'd be like $45, $50 a person.
Yeah, Ruth Chris, $50, right?
Yeah, easy.
And
the veggies would be overcooked.
And because we're broing out tonight, two dudes, our napkins are shop towels.
I noticed that. I like that. Very nice.
Right?
Those Kimberly-Clark shop towels. I love that.
Yeah, man.
That is beautiful.
You gotta have a cool shop towel when you're having...
It's extremely functional.
You gotta have a shop towel when you're having Valentines with your homeboy.
Well, you know what? When I first met you, back in the day, had the Classic Touch Auto Salon, we had many shop towels around there. That was the main source of cleaning stuff up. Shop towels.
Yes. Man, this food's good.
So good.
So, tell me what you've been up to, man.
Well, while in Germany, Tesla decided to lower the price of
No,
the Model 3.
I asked you what you were up to, not fucking Tesla. What
Well, it
you've been
leads
up
into
to.
it. It leads into it.
What have you been up to? I don't want to hear about
I ordered a Tesla Performance Model 3.
Okay.
That's what I've been up to.
Okay.
Do you want to let me do the lead-in, or?
Well, no. When I ask a question, you answer the question, and then you talk about whatever bullshit you got to talk about. Right? Don't ruin this interview, dude.
You know,
Oprah would never let you on.
No. She'd have Tom Cruise do that weird thing where you jump on the couch. Or was that Oprah?
Oprah.
That's what I thought. See, if I was famous enough, you wouldn't give a shit. Because you'd be happy to have me on the interview.
I would. I'd probably pay for your flight and hotel room.
Probably.
These tomatoes are good, man.
They are. Very good.
You know what I've been accused of?
What's that?
Turning grills on.
You know, that's not a bad habit to do.
I turn grills on.
Grills do an amazing job of cooking food. It harkens back to our prehistoric days, which is probably why humans enjoy grilled food cooked over fire so much. But I would say you manage the grill exceptionally well.
Heat management.
Heat management.
I love turning grills on.
I love turning grills on too. And girls too. Girls and grills. But if you can't have one, you can have the other, right?
That's right. So, I have here my Boo Hunter cue card.
Very nice. Very
stolen
nice.
from my friend
Marcus. Yeah. Kind of maybe do a zoom in on that.
All right, zoom in on this here.
Boo Hunter there, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
So,
all right, cool.
So,
nice.
My friends Marcus and Udo, they have that great talk show.
They do, and they're more regular than we are.
Yes, they are.
I think we're more entertaining to watch, to be honest with you.
I think we're cooler.
We're definitely cooler.
We're cooler.
They got maybe a little better production value and shit like that, but we're way cooler.
We're way cooler.
Just saying.
I'm just struggling to connect all this shit.
The fact that it works is pretty cool.
I'm happy when a picture comes up on
fact
TV.
The fact you can actually watch this is pretty amazing. Man, the sweet potatoes are good too.
Thank you. So
my first bite.
So then, besides Tesla, what have you been up to? Tell me about your life.
Okay, so I'm planning on visiting my mom for her 81st birthday and my dad's 82nd. Well, he turned 82 in December. I'm gonna take the new Tesla down. That'll be in the spring. Just doing this shoe market stuff. We are killing it. All this talk of like recession does not make any sense at all. We are busy as hell. I mean, I sold like $2,300 of shoes today. Just nuts on a Tuesday in a February.
How many
that's unheard of.
Salesmen do you have there today?
We had like 8 today or something. And throughout the day, from morning, we had like kind of a morning shift.
Right. And
then everyone works together on an evening shift.
So that's about $16,000 in sales.
It's a little less than that, but in that range. Yeah.
So you just told everybody on planet Earth
that shoe market.
Your fucking business.
Shoe market's a badass shoe store. That's what I'm telling you. That's 30,000 square feet of shoes. It's hard to not find good shoes there. But my brother Greg here, he's found his perfect shoes. And we don't sell them, but they are awesome shoes.
I wear them every day.
You do? They're great shoes. We just don't carry them.
Like my uniform.
Yeah, they're great.
This is good shit.
This is so good. This is so good.
I mean, this is good.
This is really, really good. This is gourmet quality food, dude. This is
if you were a girl, don't fuck up this question.
I won't.
If you were a girl, and you were dating me, would you leave me?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I mean,
No.
you're talented. You're nice. You're fun. You do
Good
travel.
food.
You do travel a lot. And if I couldn't travel, that I would get jealous of that. But outside of that, I mean, that'd be my only criticism. But if my job did not let me join you,
Right.
of course, you would welcome me if my job did not
Of course.
prevent me from going.
But, in all fairness,
Mm-hmm.
you took off 6 months to travel the Caribbean with your dad in his yacht.
Yeah, but that was like 10 years ago or something. That was more than 10 years ago.
You still did it.
Did it? Yeah. Yeah. True.
What?
I left 2008 or something. It's more than 10 years ago.
So let's get down to some business here with the Boo Hunter Talk cue card.
No cue card. Beautiful.
Cue card, okay?
Love it.
We had a Super Bowl this past Sunday.
Right?
Kansas City won.
Yep.
I read the news today that
Oh boy.
no.
Read the news all day, oh boy. It was a song lyric.
Okay.
Read the news today, oh boy.
Is that some 70s shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Before my time. So I read the news.
About the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay.
Kansas City won.
They did.
And the Republicans are refuting the results.
I had not heard this.
It's true.
They
were contesting the results.
have a hard time with that.
They're like, it's not true.
That last holding call or something.
They said it's not true. It's the Republicans.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's true.
They're never happy with anything.
Guess what?
What's that?
I insulted somebody this week.
You did.
I did.
Like sort of accidentally or kind of like they deserved it and
100%.
put their face in it.
Dude, 100% accident.
Okay.
So,
I would expect that.
I'm not hurting nobody.
You're not a mean-hearted guy.
I don't hurt nobody, right?
Nope, not on purpose.
So, by the way, these are some really nice German salt and pepper shakers made by Walter Mann and Ransbach Bombach.
Is that the same place you got the ceramic cooking thing?
Yeah. All the shit comes from there, yeah.
Very nice.
So, I went to one of my vendors, and I was sitting there in her office, and there were two of them talking to me. And so she's like, hey, you want some water? I'm like, word up, I'll take some water. So I took some water, little water bottles. And so I'm drinking this little water bottle, right? Water tasted great. Really good tasting water, right?
Right.
So I said to her, I said, you know what, girl, her name. I said, you know what? I said, you know, you have a first-class business.
Protect the innocent with the no-name name.
Right.
Nope.
You have a first-class business. You're a first-class lady. You deserve a first-class water. You ought to consider Fiji water.
I like Fiji water.
She took offense to it.
But I like Hawaiian water better. Just saying.
The one that starts with a W?
No, Hawaiian water.
Okay.
It has like a toll. It's a Fiji square bottle thing.
Okay.
But they're both excellent.
When you start a fucking podcast, you can do all your USA shit. Okay.
Just saying.
Okay. When you start a podcast, you can plug all the shit in the world. USA Today, whatever you got.
Just saying, it's Fiji water like, and I like it better. But anyways, I like Fiji water a lot. So go on with your story.
You fucked up my story.
No, I didn't.
You buttered in. Anyway.
Finish your story.
Okay. Anyway, so I said, you know, you ought to consider Fiji water because it's a nice water. And she says, well, I just have to charge you more. I said, what?
More?
I said, what? She says, I just have to charge you more. And I said, that's fine. Build it into the price. And she says, well, that's what I'll do. I'm like, and I said to her, I called her, I was like, you're offended. No, I'm not. Yeah, you are. Look at the tone of your voice. Look at the tone of your voice. You are completely offended.
I don't understand how she was offended or why she would charge more. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Fiji costs more than the ones you get at Walmart. The Walmart brand.
Right.
So she would naturally charge more. instead of saying, "Oh, that's a great idea,"
Right, right,
I'll take that into consideration.
right, right.
She
Which
blew
would
me
have
up.
been a nice answer.
She did.
Gives her time to think about it and try it out and consider it.
She blew me up.
Wow. So it was more she. It wasn't you that actually.
I know you like salt.
I'm a pepper guy.
Oh, you want some pepper?
I already put some on, but thank you. They're very nice salt and pepper shakers.
How do you say pepper in German?
I have no clue.
Pfeffer.
Pfeffer?
Like Hassenpfeffer?
I have no idea. Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
Am I right, guys?
Hassenpfeffer.
I know you guys are watching because we're using your cue card. Hassenpfeffer.
So, for example,
Uh-huh.
if I'm Haas and you're Pfeffer, together we're Hassenpfeffer.
Pepper?
Pfeffer.
And pepper.
Hassenpfeffer.
I'm pepper then. I'm
Pepper.
spicy.
You're spicy. So, I offended somebody this week. Have you offended anybody lately?
You. I offended you.
No.
With my Hawaiian water thing.
I was not offended.
Okay. Well, then I haven't. Then I don't believe I have.
If I were offended, I'd like break shit.
Okay. Oh, speaking of that, oh my gosh, I saw this video of this dude after the Kansas City Chiefs kicked the winning field goal. He went off and pounded on this TV, screaming and yelling and tearing it off the wall and stomping on it. Oh my God, it's the most insane
Over
the results of the Super Bowl game. Oh my God. And the dude, one of his buddies is sitting there, dude, it's only a game. And you could hear him sort of say, but I had so much money on that game. I'm like thinking, okay, you got a gambling problem. or something like that. Like, oh, news time.
News time.
Cheers to the news.
Cheers to news. Symbol.
Symbol.
So.
And Prost.
Prost, genau. So, the news. I think the biggest news, or should I say, today's biggest news is the balloons.
Certainly in this time frame, the balloons are insane.
The balloons. What's going on with these balloons? You're watching the news.
You know, the one that they shot down over the Atlantic was a true mystery spy balloon thing. They wanted to see what kind of technology it had. All this stuff of where they should have shot it down sooner, this or that, whatever. I think it made sense. They shot it over the Atlantic shelf. So it's 60, 100 feet of water. They know they can recover it. But then since then, they've shot down 4 more. Something like that? 3 or 4 more?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I think they're false alarms.
I'm tending to think that too. It's the bad press or whatever that came with, oh, you should have shot her down sooner. So now they're doing the, oh, yes, we shot them down.
Right.
I think it's like an overreaction to the...
Damage control.
Yeah, overreaction to the underreaction or something. Or perception-wise. I actually think it was a smart strategy. That's the pepper. Thank you.
So, here's my question, John. This balloon, is it that big of a deal because China has a history, I'm sure we do too, of putting these balloons in the atmosphere?
Oh yeah, we've done the same stuff.
60,000 feet.
Yep.
They get in a jet stream, they go around, blah, 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 right? There's a history of this.
We've done the same stuff.
Bearing in mind that, at the same time, China, Russia, United States, maybe Japan, we have very sophisticated satellites.
Super sophisticated satellites.
Right.
Yep.
They're in orbit.
Yep.
That are just taking up all the information, right? Intercepting communications, so on and so forth.
Right.
So these very, very good satellites can get good information. Why send a silly balloon to do a satellite's job?
That was really my thought initially, but I was doing some reading, and apparently this thing had like some cellular stuff built in, and so they were thinking they could get some more local knowledge kind of stuff or something. I mean, it's just theory right now. We have no idea. But Yeah, agreed. The satellites can get pretty much all the images, so you're not getting not advantage there.
So if you have, you know, $5 billion worth of satellites in the air
Mm-hmm.
watching us, why send a $399 Kmart balloon to spy on us?
It was a little more than that, but you know, it was like they said the surveillance equipment that was under the balloon was huge. It was the size of like 2 or 3 buses. I mean, it was a lot of shit. Some of the solar, all kinds of stuff. That's why they want to recover it and see what was on it. We really don't know what capability it had.
In the end, is it a big deal? The balloon, is it a big deal?
Hell no.
No.
It's just news. And you know, since we had this crazy guy in Michigan go shoot a bunch of people, you're not hearing anything about balloons. Because we got another crazy mass shooting. That's really the news in America. I mean, we fucking kill each other all the time. It's disgusting.
So it's a news cycle, right?
It's a news cycle, yeah. I mean, all
Right.
these people just killing. And you know, I heard somebody analyze that. It was that a lot of these mass shootings now has really become this ritual thing where you got somebody who's really depressed and want to kill themselves, but they decide to take other people out with them, which is just horrendously. I don't know. What do you do? Broccoli's my favorite part, dude. Am I eating too slow? Is that what you're saying?
I'm trying to get ratings.
Okay. That was funny then. Anyway, so that's sort of my take.
I'm desperate to have people watch a show that nobody watches.
Dude, we got 30+ subscribers.
Dude, 46.
Dude, whoa, we're almost at 50?
Almost 50.
Wow.
So last week we got a State of the Union address.
If we get to 1,000, they have to pay us something. YouTube has to pay us something.
Yeah, they're in no danger of paying us.
No, I know, but we're 1/20th there.
1/20th.
Yeah, that's something.
So last week we had the State of the Union address. Talk to me about it.
I was very impressed with Mr. Biden. He handled that very well.
What about the heckling and so forth?
Right. You had Marjorie Taylor Greene and some other people heckling him, and he had a great response. I mean, he went off script, and he astutely attacked their accusations and handled it extremely well. To anybody that says he's not mentally sharp, they just don't know what they're talking about. I mean, if you know the history of Joe Biden, he was a stutterer when he was a kid, and as he grew older and became into politics rather, he learned to deal with stuttering and forgetting things by having these rote little phrases he would use, and he still does that to this day. But to me, I mean, if you like Trump policy-wise, fine, but Trump is no sharper, and people say how sharp he is.
Stay focused on
I thought that Biden did an outstanding job. I like the fact that he brought up the fact that on infrastructure, they're going to require all the materials to be made in America. Building these new bridges and all that stuff, it's fantastic.
I couldn't imagine the bridge not having components made in America.
Well, it's not about components; about 100% of the components.
Yes.
A lot of stuff's been being imported from China. A lot of bridges.
Really?
Yeah. Famously, one of the bridges in the Bay Area was prefabbed mostly in China.
Are you serious?
Yep. They shipped it over here and put it together.
To me, that's un-American.
100%.
Right.
It was about a bid or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't care, man. It's like, if you're going to build a bridge, it's got to be like...
Taxpayer money should be spent on stuff that benefits the taxpayer directly.
I'm not trying to enrich motherfuckers who are putting balloons up in the atmosphere.
Even if we think it's pointless.
I'm serious. Yeah.
On principle, we don't like that.
On principle, that's right. So...
All right.
So, the street's telling me that Nikki Haley is going to run for president.
I think she officially announced that today.
She did. What's your take on it? Talk to me, Goose.
I like her a lot better than Trump or DeSantis.
Is
She's
she
sharp. She's
okay?
sharp. She did a great job in South Carolina.
So is she evil?
She's definitely not evil like
DeSantis and Trump.
DeSantis to me is
She's
evil.
not evil.
DeSantis to me is a bully. I do not like the man.
I agree. So then, for example, I think like Republicans like Mitt Romney, John McCain, John Kasich from Ohio.
They'd be more likely to support Nikki Haley. But I take any of them.
I didn't finish talking. Pardon me.
You did. I take any of them over her. Go ahead.
No, you finished talking because I interrupted you.
Obviously, you didn't. It's called conversation. We're having a conversation. So I interjected.
I was talking and you talked over me.
Okay, whatever.
Talked over me.
Oh, sorry, world. My Valentine's upset at me.
No, but you know what though? At least I can say I got fucked on Valentine's.
Well, there you go.
So, it is my opinion that the last of the good Republicans are Mitt Romney, John Kasich, John McCain. I would even say George Bush number 2. Even George Bush number 1.
I like
they're good guys,
right?
So
we've lost McCain and Bush won, but
so then here's my question.
Right?
Can we put Nikki Haley in that bucket with these good guys? Even John Huntsman from Utah. Can we put her in the same bucket?
She's close, but she's trying to still be Trumpian a little too much to me. Because I think she sees where the extremes of the party are, so she thinks to win it may just be she's doing it to try to win a primary or something. But the way she governed in South Carolina, I would say she's in that group, sort of on the fringes of the good group.
So, bottom line, good or bad, Nikki Haley?
Good.
Good, okay, very good. So, next question. Is the earth going downhill? I'm talking about society. In relationship to society. Is society going downhill?
I think we're having a moment of over-information and overreaction. If you look at the history of the world, we're still in a positive trajectory.
Okay.
Yep.
So the earth is not going downhill. We're okay.
Yeah.
Socially, we're okay.
I mean, there's issues for sure. There are always issues. But if you consider where we are now versus where we were just 100 years ago, I think we're better.
We're better off. Climate? How about climate?
There's a threat, but we're working on it. But there was a threat before we even knew there was a threat. At least we know there's a threat.
Okay.
Science is good.
Okay. I want to touch on one thing that's it's actually personal to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps me more than you.
Okay.
Restaurant workers. I think they're getting a raw deal, and I'm going to tell you why. If you take these people working computers, lawyers, all these professions, right? Mm-hmm. They get bonuses, they get commissions, they get health care, they get, all these different, 401k, the benefits, blah, 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 right?
Yep.
But restaurant workers, it's always like it's a gig job. Mm-hmm. It's always been dubbed as a gig job. And I think that there's a lot of people who do well in the restaurant business. And if you can make $75,000 a year with benefits, there are people who should be in the restaurant business, like people who should weld, people who should do woodworking. Would you agree?
I think your argument is excellent. In fine dining, there is an avenue for that.
So here's my greater point.
Okay.
I think there should be a government program for restaurants and restaurant workers who work full-time, not college students who are in school, work at summertime, they want to make smoothies or they want to work at Taqueria.
Right.
Or MJ,
make a little money for...
Right.
buying stuff their parents won't buy for them.
Right. Full-time people.
Mm-hmm.
There should be an avenue, a mechanism where if you're a full-time person, the government will help you invest in a 401k. They'll match you. The government will.
Mm-hmm.
And also they'll provide you health care for a nominal price or free if you're a healthcare worker. And let me finish my thought.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being is because restaurant workers are having difficulty finding and retaining workers at this level, right? Even a dishwasher.
Yeah.
I think a dishwasher should make $50,000 a year because washing dishes is no fun. So I think there should be a plan where you have the government stepping in saying, okay, we're going to support the restaurant industry because guess what? We all eat in restaurants.
Right.
Except for this meal.
Right.
We all work in restaurants, and thus restaurant workers should have this mechanism, mechanism or opportunity to allow them to have this government-backed benefits package that wouldn't exist if it weren't for the government. Because the government, and you can talk about this,
mm-hmm.
the government has a history of helping out businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Boeing, blah, 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 right? I mean, if you take, for example, the government with the postal workers.
It's usually bigger businesses.
Yeah, or even the postal workers.
Mm-hmm.
Congressmen, senators. Mm-hmm. If you work for the government, you have this great pension and this great package.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? So why not extend this to restaurants? Because guess what? We need restaurants.
For sure.
Everybody loves the restaurants, but when the bill comes, they bitch and moan.
Yeah. So, I think it's a great concept. The Affordable Care Act originally was designed initially to include something called the public option. This is back in the Obama era, mm-hmm. and they couldn't get the votes, so they took it out. The Republicans said, "Oh, we might vote for it if you don't have that in there." Mm-hmm. They still didn't vote for it.
Right.
It passed by one vote, or actually, they had to cut it down even more because unfortunately Kennedy died. He was a vote, and he got a Republican replacement for him, Ted Kennedy.
Uh-huh.
So the idea of the public option is it would have created an opportunity for someone in that scenario to sign up for basically government health care, kind of like what you would have in Canada or Germany or places of that nature. And the idea is it would create a competition for the private sector insurance companies to be more competitive and more responsive to the clientele. But they couldn't get the votes. So they passed it as they could because they had never been able to get anything passed. And then it became a fundraising thing for the Republicans. Oh, we're going to repeal and replace Obamacare, blah, blah, blah. So I think your idea is fantastic. The issue is how do you possibly implement it? That's key. It's a brilliant idea.
I think we need it. We need it for the restaurants.
I think it's a brilliant idea. And then also the federal minimum wage for restaurant workers should be more than, what is it, $2.15 an hour plus tips?
Yeah.
That's insane. In Florida, because it's so tourist focused, it's like $5.50 or $6 an hour.
Right.
And if you're in Florida and you work in that business,
you get paid.
You get paid.
You get good tips.
Because it's a service oriented economy. You know, it's a tourist economy.
Are you ready for the top question?
I'll give my best attempt, but I've screwed up about everything else today.
Don't ruin it.
Except for the last question I did. I think I did okay on that one. Would you give me, a B on that one?
I forget the question.
About your restaurant industry salvation idea.
That was not a pop question.
I know, but I'm just saying that I do okay on that discussion.
Yes. But it wasn't a pop question.
Oh. It's Valentine's Day. You can tell this is we're in battle of lovers here. All right, pop question.
The sexual tension.
The tension is
the sexual tension. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Is your question to ruin? Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Lightsaber or blaster?
Oh, lightsaber all day.
Lightsaber all day.
All day. That's the easiest one since the first one, Rush.
Lightsaber all
Dude.
day. That's right.
What a fantastic dinner, sir.
It was good,
It
man.
was awesome. It wasn't just good, it was awesome.
This show is sponsored by Becker's Cafe.
Nice.
Purchased in Limburg on der Lahn, in a nice little shop there in Old Town, Altstadt.
Okay. So we have our big German inspiration here, like our beverages and our is this German water, European water,
European.
European water. So we love our homeland of Europe, where our ancestors are from.
Yeah.
And I love buying American made. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, bye.
Are you the same?